Get the popcorn ready. It's game time.
MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Miami. So far, they've got the fourth best record in the conference.
And when you look at Miami, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Thompson, then it's Green, and it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Los Angeles, Connect out there with Boomer. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Turner in its center. And Greg, this one-off championship game, how does that change the strategy for these coaches?
Kevin, I think you're going to see some tighter rotations. I think the Stars play a little more. Maybe a curveball game plan-wise as well. But it is also great prep for the postseason.
Boomer gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Thompson. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Portis. Here are the Lakers with the ball. And it seems unthinkable at this point, but they've won 26 games in a row.
Well, it's really unbelievable. I had a 10-game win streak with the Magic as a head coach, and I'm trying to imagine more than doubling that kind of a run. It's really unthinkable, the amount of consistent good fortune and effort that it takes to do something like this.
And Miami has possession after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Drives to the hoop. Boomer, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. On the wing, Hawkins. Thompson looking for an opening. Adebayo against Portis. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the helper.
Here's Jaquez. His last outing with 20 points. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Thompson. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the night. Heroes checked in for Miami. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Green. Getting around 12 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I love having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
And here is Los Angeles now. After Tyler Hero hitting the 3.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers leading by 9. Here's Bridges. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Thompson outside. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here is Boomer. He's covered by Thompson. No good with the layup. The Heat trail by 9. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Thompson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. There's Hero with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
No, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
Here's Hero. After the basket by Los Angeles. Green kicks to Hero. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Here is Boomer. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to connect. Here is Boomer. Goes up from the top of the key. That's good on the jump shot. Boomer's got 11 points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching. a perfect game plan.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Thompson. Now Hero. Defended by Bridges. And here's Hero. That's good on the assist by Thompson. Hero's got his second basket of the game. Here's Connect. And Connect slams it in.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Lakers lead by 12. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back to getting ready for Miami. Ware's checked in. Bam Adebayo comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Green, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Thompson in for Hero. The Heat trail by 7. We've got Doncic. Turner is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Boomer. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Thompson. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer, in the last game against the Thunder, put on a show. He scored 46 points, and he was so productive offensively, he wound up setting a new season high for himself in scoring. A fantastic performance from him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Back to Thompson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Thompson's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Turner passes to Boone. There's the triple. It doesn't go for him. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. No good on the shot. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Great to have you with us. Starting out, let's check out the award winners for Players of the Week. Fellas, when you're on this kind of a roll, how hard is it to slow somebody like that down?
I wouldn't know, Ernie. I'm the jet. I just flew right by people.
Doesn't matter how fast they're going when you're the diesel truck with no brakes. You just run them over, Ernie.
Very insightful.
Big diesel coming through.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I can say I've been pumped about this tournament, especially the last few weeks. But the semifinals, we're excited, and now, here we are. The champion will be crowned. Ernie, should we have a tournament between me, you, and Kenny?
I'm all for it as long as the category is jumpers. But in all seriousness, guys, one thing I've noticed already in this game is that it doesn't feel like a regular season game. And it isn't technically either, actually. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew, with the second half.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We got the second half of the Cup Championship on 2K Sports. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Green, and it's Thompson, and it's Ware in at the center position. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Jaquez. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers leading by 9. Bridges passes to Boone. With the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA? Especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, this NBA Cup Championship game has not been as competitive as many people had predicted.
Yeah, guys, clearly there's been a disparity in the effort level here. Both these teams have plenty of talent, but you can see that one just wants it a bit more.
Portis sets the pick for Bridges. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bridges has got 5.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Thompson sets the pick for Green. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Bridges kicks to Boone. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. A look at the Lakers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know.
And when I look at the Lakers, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
And that one, good. 12 points for Dalton Knecht.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they could put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Doncic is checked in for the Lakers. And then for Miami, Wiggins comes in for Green, and it's Tyler Hero in for Thompson. Hero from long range, and the three ball is good. Hero's got 12 points in the game.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Here's Boone, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Heat moving the ball around. Ware passes to Adebayo. Outside, Hero. And rebounded by Connect. Lakers leading by 15. Inside, pass to Boomer. 18 feet out. Jump shot is good that time. Boomer's got 9 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Higgins outside. Here's Ware. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And here's Adebayo outside. And the Heat, another three.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Pass to Connect. Turner with a screen for Connect. And again, it's the Lakers.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Jaquez. Now Adebayo. Wiggins from outside. The Lakers with the rebound. Turner's got his 8th rebound here tonight. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Wiggins. Doncic outside. 4 on the clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Doncic has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Only making a change here. Isaac's checked in.
All right, get in there.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside, Hero. And again, it's the Heat missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Mikal Bridges out there with Williams. Then it's Connect. Then there's Doncic. And it's Boone in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. No good that time. Great D that time from Hero. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance. Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Johnson, the pass to Isaac. And here is Hero. Back to Isaac. Pass to Hero. Terry setting the pick for Hero. 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Heat. Lakers leading by 20. Here's Connect. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Johnson, the pass to Hero. Terry outside. Hero on the wing. Covered by Boone. Shot's good by Hero.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. And Los Angeles with some changes. Turner comes in for Williams. And it's Portis in for Luka Doncic. Well, the players are, of course, incentivized with prize money for this NBA Cup. But you can tell that trophy means a lot to him as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it may not be the championship, but it's still a championship. And these players are the ultimate competitors. They want to hoist that trophy and earn the bragging rights that come along with it.
Hands it from downtown.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Here's Boone. And the layup's good off the glass. Boomer's got 26.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Pass to Connect. Bridges outside. Lakers passing it around. Jams it with authority.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Do you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Adebayo with the bucket. Here is Boomer. With the basket here, he'd break 30 points.
And he's in that zone, guys, and they're going to have to figure out a way to get the ball out of his hands.
Rebound by the Heat. Thompson outside. To the inside. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Here's Boone. Again, Los Angeles.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Pass to Turner. For three, Bridges drains the three-pointer.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And they've done it. What a moment for this team to lift that NBA Cup over their heads. Pure glory.
It was a memorable journey to get to this point, a battle every step of the way. And you have to think this is a huge confidence boost for them moving forward. It proves they're ahead of the curve in terms of getting into postseason shape.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. See you later.
game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
And Pete got the job done tonight, as usual. No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night.
Let's keep this winning streak going.
Coming up next, the Jazz taking on the Lakers. For the Jazz, with just one win in their last 9 outings, things haven't come easy for them. It's been frustrating, but they're hoping to carve out a new path tonight. Lakers, Jazz, coming up on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Some extra minutes to fill as a pair of players are listed as inactive tonight due to injury.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Connect out there with Boomer. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Turner in at the center position. And for the Jazz, George is out there with Nash. Then it's Naz Reid. Then it's Clint Capella. GA, we are right in the thick of the season. What's an overlooked challenge for these players right now?
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
Here we go.
And the Jazz start out with the ball. Now Nash. Down low. Here's George. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here is Boomer. Shoots. He doesn't hit that one. Here's Nash. Yep, it counts. Nash has got the opening field goal of the game for Utah.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's George. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Boomer gets the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Reed after the made shot from Boone. Pass to George. Fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. George has got 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Connect. No good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Utah moving it around. Back to Reed.
Get the perimeter.
5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. This team is firing on all cylinders, with the win streak tying the Heat's 2013 record of 27 wins. How many more wins will they be able to string together?
And we're looking at a team that has proven they can win against anyone in this league, even given a variety of factors. It's maybe going out on a stretch to say they've reached an all-time great status. But hey, there's an argument for it.
Here's George after the basket by the Lakers. Pass to Reed. Capella with it. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
It's Portis atop the key. The tray. And it's connect. That time on the assist by Portis. He has 5.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer, in the last game against the Heat, got the job done. He finished with 30 points, and both from the foul line and the floor, he was making his shots out there. Yet another outstanding game for him. He's playing with a ton of confidence and dominating as a result. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Nash's shot is off. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Count that bucket.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Nash with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And stolen by Portis. Last break, the Lakers. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That one is off. So teams will make substitutions. And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Collier. There's the three. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And Utah has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 6 to shoot. Crafty move, and it's sent back by Turner. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. We've got Petrovic. Clint Capella is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Collier. And it's George in at the 1. That's the group right now for Utah. And so it's Utah here with the ball. After the basket by Los Angeles. Screen by Capella. Here's Collier. Defended by Bridges. Over to the left wing. Filipowski passes to Collier. Another miss by Utah.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Utah comes into this one after the win against the Trailblazers. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Filipowski. Nash is subbed in for Petrovic. And the Lakers also making a change. Portis is checked in. Drills it from outside.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Pass to George. 1:46 left in the first half. Now Capella. Nice ball movement by Utah. Utah needs to get off a shot here from downtown. The rebound by Turner.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Portis kicks to Bridges. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
Capella sets a screen for Nash. 1:07 left now here in the second. To the paint. Here's George. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Stolen by George. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here is Boomer, defended by George. Boomer gets the bucket. Boomer's got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Capella. To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
Here is Boomer. He's got 11. Rebound, Utah. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Collier. From past the arc. It's good! He did it!
What a way to end the half there, guys. Big-time three to take the lead at the buzzer.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Jazz out in front, leading by just 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Welcome, everybody. Before we get into tonight's game, we will be breaking down who's hot and who's not on our midseason power rankings.
You look at Los Angeles, they're in that number one spot for a reason, playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Going to take a lot to knock them out that top spot. Until then, this is their league.
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Not like what Boomer has done in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
The Lakers trail. So for the Lakers right now, Portis is out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Connect. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Boone in point guard. And good that time. And that's 12 points for Dalton Connect.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Capella. And a wide-open shot from Reed. And another shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Turner's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Portis, the pass to Turner. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Now here's Nash. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reed. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
To the right side. Pass to Boomer. From deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Now, here's Capella. Reed kicks to George. Pass to Capella. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Turner. And it's Capella missing.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Boone. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And the Jazz call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And here's George. After the three-pointer from Boone. Reed kicks to Nash. The Jazz working the ball around now. Left side, George. To the wing on the left. Here's Capella. The Jazz again can't hit it.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
You're so right, David. We could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Lakers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Doncic is checked in for Los Angeles. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. RG, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Capella. Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Najee Marshall comes in for Connect. Here's Collier. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Beal. The 3-ball. The shot, no good. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Boomer. The rebound by the Jazz.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Petrovic. He's covered by Boone. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run here. On the wing, Bridges. He's got 5. Doncic outside. The 3. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz trail by 9. Outside, Beal. Down low. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass.
Utah ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Nash outside. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. So they take the lead. George has got 11 in the second half.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
We've got Naz Reid. Nash is out there with George. Then it's Clint Capella. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Pass to Reid. And here's Nash. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Reid. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside to take the lead. Portis, and he banks in the layup. Portis has got his first bucket of the night. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
It's George on the wing. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to connect. And the rebound goes to Nash. Jazz have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Nash outside. The Lakers with the rebound. Turner's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to connect. Turner with the screen for connect. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Pass to Boomer. It's in! The Jazz call timeout. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that timeout, the coach of the Jazz talked to his team. He challenged his team. He said, they're not going to give us this one. We have to take it from them, starting now. We'll see if that message resonated. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here's George. Back to Reed. Off with the layup. And they go to the intentional foul. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 7. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Knocks down the 3.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
And so the Lakers take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Good job, MP. I see. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
Good, MP.
Hey, MP. It's your world. We just live in it.
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. What's better than NBA basketball on a Saturday night? We're here to bring you the action. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for him.
And one thing he's gotten better at as the years have gone on is scoring the ball, shouldering a bigger load of the offense and being willing to accept the responsibility of a go-to option for this team.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Jason Tatum out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Post in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, Miles Turner out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Connect. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Boomer in at the point. All right, Doris, we're a good ways into the season now. You think most teams are where they should be in terms of their game?
You know, it's so interesting to me, Brian, because what we do every season is we sort of break teams into tiers. Who are the true contenders? Typically, that's 3-4 teams max. Then you get the next level of teams that are going to be playoff performers. We know that. How competitive they are. Are they one piece away, 2 pieces away? It's an interesting question. I'm not sure there's a definitive answer.
Here's Boomer. Bradley grabs the board. Bridges against Markkanen. Pass to Bradley. Rebounded by the Lakers. This team has now won 28 consecutive games and have put themselves into elite company by surpassing the record set by LeBron James and the Heat back in 2013.
This is truly an all-time streak, and we're not talking about just for this franchise. We're talking about in the history of this league. The consistent dominance is something so rarely seen. You have to keep reminding yourself, just settle in and watch these guys work.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Boomer. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
Here's Bradley. 15 in his last outing. Pass to Galloway. Here's Post. Markkanen with it. Outside Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Boomer pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And Boston has possession, following the score by Los Angeles. Tatum against Portis. Releases from 15. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
Yeah, you have to be able to take mid-range jumpers at times. I know it's not a high-value shot, but for Tatum, sometimes that's what the defense gives him.
Here's Boomer. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
For Boston, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Pass to Tatum. Fires for 3. Tatum with another miss. The Lakers lead by 5. Here's Boomer. 33 points last game. Gets the 3 to fall.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in their last game against the Jazz was all business. He added 33 points, and he did his work from both the floor and the free throw line. So when you look at all of that, it was obviously just a great night for him, playing with a ton of heart. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Here's Galloway. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Markkanen with a screen on Turner. Here's Galloway. Off target from three-point range.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
It's Bridges on the wing. It's guarded by Markkanen. Here's Connect. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah. Oh, nice shot by Boomer. Boomer's got 11 points.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Tatum inside, defended by Portis. Parked it down low that time, got hit with the 3-second call. Some changes now for the Lakers. Williams has checked in for Turner. Marshall comes in for Portis. And Doncic has subbed in for Bridges. Pass to Connect. 26 seconds left now in the first quarter.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Bradley. No points yet. Vanderbilt, a screen on Doncic. To end the drought. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And so it's Los Angeles, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
They've got Luka Doncic, Caleb Martin out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Williams, and it's Boomer in at the one spot. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Here's Okogie. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Here's Mann. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Mann's got 5 now.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Count that one.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Celtics trail by 8. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Up top, Vanderbilt. He's guarded by Martin. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. this person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Now here's Doncic. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game.
We know this is one aspect that Luka consistently goes to. It's either in the paint or from deep. You've got to guard the long ball.
Here's Markkanen, still without a bucket. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Doncic pulls down the board.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
But Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Man with it. 5 points in the game. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Lots to talk about here, guys. I mean, losing momentum and looking for answers.
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And here's Tatum. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now here's Bridges. 8 points in his last time out. It's good.
Well, Bridges has this floater in the bag of tricks, and you've got to be able to pull it out at the appropriate time.
Bradley passes to man. Here's Bradley. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple. Bradley's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Here's Boomer. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
Well, yet another selfless play from Miles Turner. Pretty pass to his teammate.
Here's Bradley. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to Galloway. Back to Bradley. Shot clock at 5. Can't hit from the elbow.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Boomer. Releases. The rebound by Post. Celtics trail by 17. Pass to Bradley. Out to the right wing. Tatum from long range. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Boomer. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Boomer's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Now Tatum. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by 17 at the end of the period. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, everybody. Before we talk about the first half, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
And covering for the absence of Devin Booker is not easy. He's one of the elite shooters in the league. He spaces the floor, creates driving lanes. Now somebody else is going to have to force the defense to extend. It's going to be tough for them to score.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Celtics.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime Shaq. Maybe two of me.
Now that is a scary sight. Two of you.
Well, we're going to need a bigger fridge, Ernie.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And Boston has possession. 17-point game. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. We've got Jason Tatum. He's out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Post in at the center position, locking down the middle. Here's Bradley. Here's Markkanen. Money on the 19-footer. Markkanen's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, how about the jumper? That is pure from the 7-footer Markkanen.
Takes the 3. Tatum pulls it in. Celtics trail by 15. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Boomer. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Boomer's got 22 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Galloway. They get it back. Oh, the 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen.
Well, you just love to see Markkanen get after it and contribute on the backboards. Big-time job right there.
Boomer. Can't get it to fall.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's Bradley. And the layup is good off the glass. Bradley's got 5.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Boomer. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And Galloway gets it to go.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
So it's Los Angeles now. They're leading by 8. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Drops in the 3.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Markkanen outside. Stolen by Bridges. Hits a 3-on-3 fast break. And it's Portis. That time on the assist by Bridges.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. The rebound by Turner. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. And he comes up with a bucket.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. All right, a chance to check out stats for Jason Tatum.
And he's having issues at the free throw line at the moment.
Celtics trail by 21. Najee Marshall is out there with Williams. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Wilson in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Pass to Juzang. Now Vanderbilt. Outside man. 6 to shoot. From the arc. Connects from downtown.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Boomer. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Boston pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds now. Well, the Celtics shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Puts up a 3. Man, misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Marshall passes to Doncic. Williams with the screen. Here's Boomer. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Juzang. Pass to Okogie. Man with it. No good on the shot. Good D by Doncic. The Lakers lead by 18. Here's Boomer. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Boomer's got 28.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Williams. Portis comes in for Marshall. Bridges, he's checked in for Wilson. And Connect subbed in for Doncic. Here's Tatum. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Tries again. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Bridges. Drives to the hoop. And it's Bridges with the jam.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside Tatum. Shoots over Portis. Again, the miss by Boston.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Bridges passes to Portis. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Pass to Galloway. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Los Angeles leading by 23. To the wing, right side. Out to the right wing. This one for 3. Nails it from 3. Boomer's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Markkanen. Back to Galloway. Into the lane. And stolen by Bridges. Fast break. Here come the Lakers.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Lakers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this will give them their 28th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Boomer.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Back to Bradley. Markkanen outside. Shoots over Bridges. Markkanen misses. Here are the Lakers now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Here's Boomer. On target from range. Boomer's got 38 points.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some.
Markkanen from long range. Sends it home from three-point land.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made three on one end. He comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Here's Boomer. Boston pulls it in. Here's Galloway. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.
Yeah, okay. Good win. Let's keep it going. You ready to give these fans what they paid for?
All right, baby. Let's get down.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was a national anthem performed by the talented Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Shepherd out there with Jalen Green. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then there's Amen Thompson. And for the Lakers, we've got Bridges. Portis is out there with Connect. And it's Boomer. And it's Williams at the pivot, manning the middle. And here we are, Greg, about a third of the way through the season. Is it too early to talk about MVP?
Some people debate that even before the season begins. I think we do have a front runner, but out of respect for the field, I'll keep that to myself.
Here we go. And it's going to be Los Angeles off the tip. Here is Boomer. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Thompson with the bucket.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Boone. No good on the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Boomer's got 5 points so far. Now, Green, 33 points last game. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Boomer the pass to Portis. Here's Connect. Fires for three, and another three for the Lakers.
Smart pass by Portis, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Brooks outside. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. No one near Shepherd as he lets it go. Off target from outside.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Here's Boone. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Thompson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Lakers leading by 9. Here's Connect. Pass to Williams. Here is Boomer. The three. Brooks grabs the board. 1:51 left here in the first quarter. Here's Shepherd. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Here's Connect. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Martin's checked in. 1:33 left to play in the first. Thompson, a screen on Doncic. Here's Whitmore. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here is Boomer. He's got 8. Connects from three-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so it's Houston with it after the three-pointer from Boone. Pass to Thompson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the win streak sitting in an astonishing 29 games. A monumental team achievement.
Guys, I tell you what, they're playing some of the best basketball that I've ever seen. I mean, they look virtually unbeatable. The key now is they continue to try to strive for consistency, to be ready to handle whenever the next loss does come up. That's going to be the key, bouncing back when they do have somebody in this streak.
And the Lakers with possession here. The Rockets making the shot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good on the triple. Rockets trail by 11. Pass to Whitmore. And it's sent back by Turner. And it's the Lakers on the brink. Here's Boone. The shot's good. Marshall making the play. Boomer's got 13.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're... For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against Boston.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Taking a look at the Rockets, Thompson is out there with Brooks. Then there's Shepard. Then there's Whitmore. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against Boston put on a show. He dropped in 38 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. And those are big numbers he put up. Hard to match. But he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. Might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And for Houston, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Shepard, that's good. Shepard's got his second bucket.
Yeah, they've got a lot of terrain to make up, and shooting the three ball more consistently like they are now should help them do just that.
Boomer gets the bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Shepard after the made shot from Boone. And it goes down 2 points. 8 points for Reed Shepard.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Bridges shot. Good.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Thompson outside. Pass to Shepard. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
2 on the clock. Bridges. The shot, no good. And so it's Los Angeles, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Back right after this.
Welcome, everybody. Let's jump right in with a look at the players of the week. For the West, Nikola Jokic.
For the Joker, last laugh is typically on the opponent. No one has been able to slow him down lately. Also, on and off the court, his leadership has been great for this team.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first-half performance for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You have to ask yourself, how much better can they play? Good decision-making, they made shots. That's very impressive, man.
And now the question is, can they maintain that razor-sharp level of focus? Hard to bet against them.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Dalton Knecht.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We've got Williams, Boomer out there with Bridges. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Knecht in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. And things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
The Rockets shooting about 42% so far. Shepard, the pass to Green. Over in the corner, Shepard. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot goes down. Shepard's got 10.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Lets it go with the 3. And good, the three-point shot, good from Boone.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. And Clark, watching Amen Thompson, he is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
The real Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Misses from short range. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. There's Green with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Count that one. Boomer's got 10 points in the quarter.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Shepard, the pass to Green. Shepard with the ball. Here's Sykes. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Boomer the pass to Williams. Here is Boomer. Right side, Portis. Pass to Boomer. Uses both hands to slam it down.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The 11-footer, and he overshot that one, missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Los Angeles shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. That free throw, no good. Some changes for the Lakers. Turner comes in for Williams. And Doncic is subbed in for Bobby Portis. Houston making a switch here. 1:24 left in the third. Here's Shepard. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. The shot's good.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Shepard. He's got 12. Over Boone. Rejected by Boone.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
For 3. Ruiz grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he gets it to go.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Connect. Following the score by Houston. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
An elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Here's Shepard. He's guarded by Boone. Pass to Whitmore. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession.
Change or improve with the way the game is called.
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
So on the floor for Houston, Dylan Brooks out there with Thompson. And it's Green. Then there's Shepard. Thompson outside. Over Marshall. And Thompson gets it to go.
What a move, showing off the handles there.
LA's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Out to Doncic. Turner with the screen for Doncic. Puts it up. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Here's Boone. Buries it from three-point range. Boomer's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And the wide-open shot from Green. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Boomer. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight.
Luka's peripheral vision off the charts. Get wide open, and he's going to find you.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Boomer.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Pass to Brooks. Inside. Here's Sykes. And the shot is good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Boom. Drops in the layup for 2. Boomer's got 41.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Thompson outside. Over Marshall. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Brooks. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say.